Okay, whatever. Deal with that later. I want them to say my full name. Make it more sexy. Okay, I'm ready to chat. Let's go. Plus, first playthrough, blind playthrough for the new Hooked on You dating sim made by Behavior that made Dead by Daylight. I personally want to go for a Spirit, but we'll see how things are going to go. Maybe I'm going to like somebody else's personality. Wake on the... Okay, wait. Wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salted, stinging the inside of your throat. Salt water, sorry. As if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscapes around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down to the wrong pipe, huh? Need a minute. Can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. You got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity if you catch my drift. Why not now, Ocean? Sorry, Ruxandra. May I continue? Please go on. Okay then. That was... As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived lake. As the water recedes back into the ocean, reveals a grotesque discovery. Ugh! A decomposed face stares at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Because behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head. However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Run. You turn away from this wretched sight and begin to run, but the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you run, you get nowhere. Exhausted, stop and look behind you. Your footsteps erased by soft blue waves. You turn inland, considering your lack of options. You got no choice but to walk into the boat. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There's nothing inviting about the shadowy forest. Terror freezes you in the steps. Why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you? Have a little bit of fun. Take charge of your own experience. Yeah, they just announced that it's out. Well, that was weird. That voice again. Do oceans normally talk? The memory isn't right. I appreciate you remember learning as a child. But oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer in your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. That's not soft! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sun there next to you. You stare down frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Bill, help please! Turn around and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Ooh! Hello! Wait, is everybody here? Hello? Oh! Oh my god! Okay. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Oh my god, look at oh my god, they're so cute! Look at them! Holy shit, okay. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare as he's casually dressed. Let's call them hilarious. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you're completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look out at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters, sexy ass monsters. What do? I have no idea, Mihai. Toss it back, kick it back, say no thanks, say nothing, do nothing. You bend. Okay, I toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscle ripped as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down, considering what it might be like to be held tightly in those strongest arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay, it's natural. Try hard much? Ugh. Get away, Stinky. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again. You look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way. Nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Uxandra. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. No good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Settings, 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 settings. I feel like the music's a little bit too loud. Seems like you've derailed the wait, I think this is too low now. It seems like you've derailed a volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone to have fresh blood. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a steal game. What's your deal? What brings you here? I mean, they're here to do more than distract from my total domination. That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Ooh. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jaw moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? No, he can't. At least not yet. Oh god. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Alexandra, you might want to, you know, say something? Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Be warned. Answer quickly and answer well. This is a time quiz and it'll be very important later. Very important. Or not important anyway whatsoever. Probably that one. How attractive would you say you are? Average. I'm pretty average, I think. So, face in the crowd. Learn a normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk. Or a grizzly bear. You could have any superpowers. What would it be? Ooh, invisibility. Invisibility? Same. Although sometimes I think I already am. What is your best subject in school? You could say I majored in skipping class. Ha! If I ever had gone to school, I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? Okay, whatever. Definitely a cat. Why is everyone looking at me? I think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats? More specifically, black cats? Well, I do. Well, you can all go to hell anyway. Why am I not surprised? What's your favorite color? 3-day-old corpse? Excuse me? Okay, blue. Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. It makes people want to be lazy. It's your dream job. Astronaut, nightclub promoter, not working at all. Totally. If we get to do what we really want, why not work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grace crusade, these damn millennials. He knows I'm a millennial. He knows I'm a millennial.
Potter.
Hello? Okay, breaking the fourth wall. Hello? I'm Bagman. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Hey, best flavor of ice cream. Where's flesh? Chocolate. That's what you think. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever, concede myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me I'm right always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Teaching lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island. For faceless voices. I mean, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate. Yeah, reading comprehension problem. I just told you mint chip was where it's at. Almost buy yourself a game over here, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't forget it. If I see you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate! In case I wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. I have to understand. It feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Are you serious? Why do I have to do what they say? This is bullshit. Fine. Okay, I'll do them fast. I'm not gonna read again. So obedient. Think you're gonna do just fine. Anyhow, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'll pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Probably Vanya. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loaded big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Actually, I should have put like more of an... Wait, let me try again. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. Things I do hate, I really, really hate. Based on my personal observation, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. Better to choose to just not take part. It's like she was Downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress! Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah. There is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not literally a ghost. I just created a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Oh, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak to me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. It was the first time ever I agreed with wait, let's move on. Otherwise, still do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. We're done playing, let's do something else instead. Well, for once, I actually agree. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. Oh, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by my pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired. Besides, I hate being in the sun. Same. Where do you want to go? Fucking chill. Oh, that's the yacht? Which one is the pool? Which one is the yacht and which one is the pool? Wait. This is confusing. This is the lounge, right? Or is it this one? This is volleyball and this is the yacht for sure. But what about these two? He said, let's go and chill at my pool. This looks like a pool. I like both of these. I kind of like this more. Okay, let's go here. It'd be great to relax for a second in the lounge. Kick your feet, look out over the ocean and relax on your arms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. Yes. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind, chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in quite frankly, anyway, whatsoever? Am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by the rules. I won't do it any longer. Now we should probably give her a second to come. Oh, they're so cute! Hold on! Just for one moment. This is why I call that our activity coordinators. You're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Through dramatic music swirling. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Excuse me. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here for a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They should look happy, but they're vibrating with the nervous energy that is starting to give me the creep. We'll escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with the options. Never possible. Don't just run off to activities and supervise. We don't have much autonomy around here. At least can do is allow us to do our job. Most you could do is help us get off this yeah, pardon me, please follow us. Hey, narrator? Something I can help you with? To Clavera, did you just start mentioning something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Are you trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It's like Troy was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right. That. Yeah, that's true. He was. He just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island. Okay? A couple miles south of here. Oh, it has much fancier accommodations than this island. One of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. It's me. Wouldn't want to. All that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decision matters, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like the other. It's a wallaby. Going to Spirit's Launch! Finally! Freedom from the preposterous premise. The four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. Takes it on Spirit. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. To feign a sprained ankle, everyone already knows I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints. And I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. It didn't work. When that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but turns out I'm not the first to toss this kind of threats around. So thanks, I guess, for getting it off. So cute! Breathe, learning teacher. Then it's Dai who takes on a conspirational tone, his eyes shifting at loud whisper. Please just make it quick! What you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you. Ah! Ah! Hilarious, right? Right? Yeah, right. So what will you be having? Vodka, soda, sangria, scotch rocks, virgin. I have no idea what this is, but I'll take this because it sounds interesting. I didn't come here to party. I'm just giving to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a whatever this is called? I don't know how to make that. Skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. Pepper sneakers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We don't need to suck ourselves and booze to please someone else's. Ask me to have enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face it. Never do something like that. I don't know. Hide it from all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice for wearing a doll. Not a doll's face, jerk. Just will fulfill your request. Time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk. Before I even sat near this bar. Hi Shogun, how are you? Today! Don't think it could be kind of funny. A little fun? Never mind, I hate it, this sucks. But it could be fun. Whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? Literally never seen him in the hat. If you must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improvement game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I am no. Thinks a certain someone talk too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sun. Topic I choose is books. Novels, comics. None. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. Brown rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine. That response from like Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Sandra. It's your desert island. One book you'd bring with you for well, an island like this. Oh, and it has to be a classic horror. Reasons I means because this is an island of horror villains and all are from the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft. So what's your favorite? Reference and updates. You know, I really enjoyed the story of Dr. O. I've always felt like I had this other person. Sounds like a fun one! I love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Not because I'm dumb. I never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than just my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have a best friend that wasn't me. Until we meet again, Roxanne. Just looks out towards the horizon. There's a moment of silence. Could tell it to me sometime? Why not? Love being read to. Someone dissolved the book. Not really a story about friendship exactly, but here's a close look. Right into detail. But just anybody can pull quality narration. You don't even need to read. You could just make it all up and still be fun. Sometimes, when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at photos on it. With the pictures. It's a fun game we can play together. Abandoned house? Are they abandoned? And just giggles and gives you a playful little wink. I don't know. Usually when I find folks who abandon them, they're not in the mood. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in devilish twinkling. Half mask covered eye. I suggest something a little naughty. Okay, there's like in this bad boy. Great idea! Trickster? Is it a bit late for you to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. I think I'm changing my option, boys! I think I'm changing my option! Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack! I don't know what's the harm in inviting one more person to join this card game. Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea. Also teasing secret Trickster ending. Got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Hello. It's all simple. First you spin, then you swap spin. That's it. Let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time. But in the class. All makeouts will happen out of the view in the public eye. Romance is the goal. We'll all be waiting here in couple silence, trying to listen in and use our imagination while we make out with you. Watching. Thoughts. Letting. Just. Sandra, you're up. Grip the ball in your hand. And put the fate in the hands of an ebony ball god. Minigame consists of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing. No one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Would you like me to repeat that? Good. Ready. Away we go. Spin a ball, and here's who you're gonna smooch. Ooh. I'm gonna close my eyes and... Wait. Oh. And... now. You got raped! You have to actually spin multiple times to get a real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore. Spin the bottom out here. Can I get your spin on? Kick. You got spirit. How long is this gonna take? Okay. And one more. Damn it. Yeah, Spirit! Spirit is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning you were making up on the strange beast you have. Intense. Now you're looking across the beach. Owl at Spirit. Lust in her eyes. Sweet glittering on heart races. You can feel your pulse pondering in your ears. Oh, look at this position. Spirit takes you by the hand and you sit face to face of its up. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your face. You're sweating, but on the sexy way she is. Sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. Don't know what to do. Try and lock lips in this state, you might grow proud so completely that you'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, we have some bad news for you. Something my teeth, don't I? I might have teeth. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. Oh no. Well, maybe. That's not what I was going to say. It's not happening. Not now. Maybe not ever. They think I'm going to make out with a complete stranger just because a bottle told me they've got another thing coming. And so do you. Namely, a katana into your heart if you ever try to make a move under such absurd circumstances. Listen, Connor. I know, he seemed pretty harmless. Not all that bad to kiss. Which I am not in this moment in time. Going to tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So the thing about me not being bad. If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself. Don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like all I was ever handed was treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. It's a breakup, such a passionate moment. We only assume it was so passionate because we inspired. That's why we want to stay on. The dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying from starvation. But there are so many more interesting things to die from. Okay, how do we fill this? How do we fill this? What do you think, Chad? Whew. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. We're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so that's sitting and talking. We have the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. Or are you expecting some kind of hall with cable? This is something prestigious, fantasy, epic, like you'd find on cable. And Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating around you. Oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain people either. Sorry, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refused to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprise. Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectedster. I'm sorry, but I get nervous around crowds. All the killers. My whole stitch gets a little frustrated. Hey there, you're looking good, Alexander. Real good. Why did he do that? Literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table. They sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think this was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. That'd be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is... That's available for all the bugs in the game, I guess. Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you'll enjoy. We really, really hope. Hey, you need to actually tell us that you're serving. Where are we eating? It's meat. And with specific number of special herbs and spice that we simply cannot divulge. My favorite! Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you even getting judgy now? Just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Sandra, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Be a person on... Wait. Gotta be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree butt. No. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scratches of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. That might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. I think there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change because I am with my brodax. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from complete different Sorgeras. Second, I'll handle this in my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Oh, you two, and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest enough. Grow up. Honestly, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obvious. The hell it is. Well, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Stop, please. I hate when we fight or talk. Or even when we look at each other. You can do it. Have the skull of Azarov. Okay, instead of slicing it up, you can just club it into second death. So I know this is what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up them. Felix? Oh my god, Lexi's not gonna like that. Otherwise, this call go on for hours, no hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. It doesn't matter which one does. When they're done, it will take even longer cleaning their weapon while explaining the value of maintaining. By being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of the maybe just let me... What an idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hate it when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of 2 parts on top. Okay. Okay, we know this already. Okay. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the space bar. Stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. Okay. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not again. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. Perfect. Missed completely. Not bad. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with the less clumsy weapon. Yeah, that is. Shit's so dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. Sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving. Good, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing the dead. You're all dead, right? Come on, they're still trying to be mysterious here. You know, mystery comes easy. Claudette and Dwight are the only ones working passes off. Or at least they're lifting their mask. This is only night and as disgusting as it could be if they just try to mash stuff through there. You aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Number 1, oh, that was so Romanian. Number 2? No, number 2. Less thing. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what I might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of body parts floating in the spectrum. See how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in the history. But even... Why do they look so annoying? But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Gross, I'm sorry. Look at that seagull. Wow! You ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? They misdirect. She's right. Roxana, pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up the song of who you are and how do you got there? Yeah, you did. Poor thing. No idea. Last time you had a real meal and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Ugh, just made a lot of good points. I swear. Beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either way, or someone quit. No, wait, you're... Oh, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator, the ocean. For how I feel about that, Kurt. Allow it. I brought you here, and I'm the only one who can help you now. It's one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you. Not unless you follow the right path. 8. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets even from itself. But the only one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Now you learn the truth. Made true. Serious. I gotta give it its ocean card. Body earth. I faceless again. You wake up to find spirit holding your limp body. Gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Just love the ocean at night. I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feeling inside me that we're all truly insignificant and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone but be anything else? Out into darkness of the night. Question. Oh, simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the thick of such massive nothingness? I used to feel that way, small, important, and lately I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might be special. The spirit who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic, she's clear so fast. Friend, perhaps, something more. I don't know what's on this island has been. Friends are such cowards to seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once. Back when I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping us held together. I'm floating in the cloud of rage. So dumb. So busy trying to please everyone. And be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. And now, I'm all I've got. First of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. Destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else. Instead, only it's a dragon that lives inside me. Always known, but I've tried to ignore it. I couldn't ignore it. I had to push it down. So stupid. It's stupid. It sounds badass, right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much one track. Enough about me. Inside of you, stranger. For darkness, no dragon just caught a fire. I'd kill to have dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, truly though. I don't feel like I got anything inside me. It's darkness. I thought Spirit, we just got on this island until you arrived. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. The things are really heating up. You hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off wherever new danger has popped on the silence. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their head. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after camp story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses. Well, there is. That's scheduled for after what comes after the reading. Go, go, go! My mouth hurts. Let me take some water. Hard to being, like, reading all of these in the same time. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is an erratic, heavy experience. Telling us that only one person gets to share? How will it decide who? Oh, great. You have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Always trembling, you realize this is probably for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. They're talking about me. To be honest, I don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time. Out and there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. I really glad to pick on the newbie. Seriously, has anything here ever been happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you tried to flex our authority, give me one more time, so help me. I'll slap your hat off so quick and then I'll drown you in this blood, Cynthia. Bustin' mustard back on you too. I know I love the hack, slash, and slice. No, you let go. It's almost all we talk about. Nobody named any names. Whoever knows any names, not us. Renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. You gotta get started on story time, so. Who do you think should go? Please speak to somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I choose you, Huntress. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
Oh, Gentle, thank you so much for this out. I really appreciate it. I hope you're going to enjoy your modes. Crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Huntress steps on to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside this. Let's make it more. There is a village outside a deep and ominous red. Child, step a foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separates safety from the unknown. Grown man that ventured and often never returned. This sound that echoed out into the village is something inhuman. The women of the town told the story of young children hoping so told of a creature in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful voice, the last relic of her humanity, lulls all fear into her domain, and not precocious child, your soldier can escape once you are. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with blood. So many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally in the skull of many unsuspecting hunter. Nightmare doesn't end here, Or that's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off. It's sad that the Huntress, the villagers call her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girl she came across in the forest. Say they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded and to keep them safe. Wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and fix it to the wall. Away. Be warm. Away. The Huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things with the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. These toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the Huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. A tear creeped down underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing was here. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked beneath your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you need to contribute to the steering. Snatch you up between his teeth. Bed's edge, you sleep, and drag you to the forest deep. Just can't believe you know this song. You turn into me, glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count a little woolly sheep. Look so tightly you must keep. You'll come. The song ends and you're both met in silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayu Bayu Bayushka, the old Soviet lullaby, right? It's a song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. The memories are too much. That note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a bit. And they can all leave a moment alone. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping the shore. Slowly, a peace and tranquility that lasts all of 7 seconds. As Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? Doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I wanted to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special. Those in charge of this island, but don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. Only lobster in an ocean of sardines. Sardines, sorry. No one can give you what I can. Just have to fight. Come find me, baby. She leaves. You're a bit confused about what makes up this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you like my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead man, a huntress. I find all those stories are better with the sound of a burning fire. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all the campfire and dip. Shall we? Being in the hot tub with the Huntress, you've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. Or don't like that. Don't forget. You and your storyteller friend slips into the water. Just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if someone jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I want to make something clear. You know that half woman, half... I was talking about my story. That's me. I'm her. No way. How cool. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a cool personal story. Huntress harsh, shyly twirls her hair. Tell the truth. What do you think of my tale? Do I have to I have the makings of a best-selling author, it's a comedic mastermind. Soyeski? Very well told about it. Clear beginning, middle, and end. Favored from the start. Plus the woman in the forest. I mean, you. Clearly not a true villain. You were just a child. Okay, now you're just being a sucker. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She'd had her time in small lines playing cards. Struggle awkwardly at Huntress's statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. I can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. Notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. So chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me on bed. Okay? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves were about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, I'm pretty tucked out. Will I see you tomorrow, Alexandra? Only if I don't see you first. Make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary hour you shoot in her teeth and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's good to tell. Good night, my little snack. There. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Maybe out. Yeah, over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about the story of half-human beasts that adopted all those innocent children and attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you mistaken prison here on this island? Is this your salvation? Or will it be your demise? Or you can dwell too much on your fate. Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smile is scratching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that by far. Let's apologize for accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. I hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps the music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests are in the types. Yo. Away we go. To relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust it to Helen. Shit. On this station. Music? No matter how many times things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little bit more time with you until you're... Who would you like to summon to your side as to lay by the fire? Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you the secret for falling asleep. I listen to flute music, dabble on some essential pills and boys. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't like any of those. Ooh. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved with... I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I'll want it back though. Well... You'll get your revenge on me. That's the last thing I do. I only start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't really a sleep. Maybe you're paralyzed. Keep your eyes open. Darkness over. Dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. Shouldn't still be as spooky, but by now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your hand. But this one is undeniably odd. Human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that, even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. Wake suddenly to see someone looming, sorry. Since they said that, cheers. Pepper is sitting beside you, catching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know they're not the team. Unlike me, who is obvious, honest, and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure we weren't sleeping near one of my actually. Never mind. Just be careful where you sit. Hey Jordy, good night. Thanks for playing today, by the way. Since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Drawing? Pepper doesn't answer. Aren't drawings radiating out of me, are you? Nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if I beat them on the ass. And literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. I said fun. If I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, I might be the last thing you ever forget. Hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. You even sleep. Wow. On your life. Finally alone. For real this time, maybe. Drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not playing. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessions rooms where all of the contestants talk directly. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed and untimely perish in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? I would say, okay, attractive, mysterious. I don't know what many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was scared by an elk. I had to wash her entrails of my Seraphon. That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who is this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. He knows about the others. Wraith, I think, knows more than he. He's a hard nut to crack. While Spirit is just screaming all the time, Major Buzzkill and Trapper. Oh. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure. Daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, beer, and human. I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on the huge part of this thing called life. Look, I'm always full of rage. Key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I'm a master at self-control. Right now, I'm using all self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill the city. Don't tell them though. I want to let them a little more. It will make it that much better for me. Scream. I'm not really sure how to feel about Alexandra. On the other hand, everyone I've cared about has met an awful fate. They're probably good for me. And they just keep ignoring me. Another heavens. For my fun. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cool. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart and stab it. But I'm gonna get bloody revenge on the society that has used me and throw me away. Do I really have to interact with him to stay alive? I don't wanna. You open your eyes, the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep on the campfire and woke up several yards down the beach. Are you on vacation? Yesterday, nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not. I won't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy butt, you know? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Yes! Coffee with Trickster! Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day right off. This is cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. Also want to wish you good luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. There are wings to do. If you want to ask me how to reach the other island, I was never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup. No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? Don't call him Trickster because he's good as capable. And he definitely didn't get the name because he brings people drinks so he can have a morning. It was certainly not coffee, and I don't want any more casual poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, review 2, not entirely personal pain. And please make sure to leave a review, it really helps with it. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you, so please move on. Hey, wait a second, how did possibly assuming him possibly a reliable narrator physically just know that copy out of your... Now Parliament and the floor does all recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this point. I need no recognition for I'm the ocean. I dominate the land. Some measures those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of brave. Fine, go ahead. I think this place is an eternal personal pain, and I'm not saying it is. Even a place of extreme work can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review, even if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. Well, the ocean's right, a lot of hard work. To really judge it on the artist's end. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate scenes. It's not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies. That's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysterious. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to overly. Are you trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that fully made coffee. Sorry, I wish I had been here 5 minutes ago. I always do this on the second morning. That really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Ah, of course, apologies. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? They're really entertaining. Yeah, I'm not suspicious there's no option. Yeah, I'm not at all suspicious that there's no option here. What an encouraging response! And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Roxana isn't suspicious because they figure out what they're actually doing here. 0 chance they're still clicking. Even right now to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that! They don't know anything. It doesn't matter though. So we're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Sandra. You hear us? We're all having fun. We need to ask you one question though. Phil had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparaging agreement? Nope. No, we'll not say anything negative about this. Only am I aware that I, Alexandra, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Perfect! Delightful. Excellent. Yes! Okay, so it's still totally cool to see how constructive feedback the place to live that is a positive review because we all know that nobody resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone to a train, but with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can be no breakfast. I hope you guys are okay with my narrating. Not really the best, but I'm trying my best and my mouth hurts. Perfect timing! Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and so much so maintaining those beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberry here? A yogurt? Magic powers only get you so far. Even killers watch some sodium. Take your place and sit down. Thinking about yesterday and a whirlwind of feelings you have experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again. Except all in a day on the beautiful and mysterious island. Say you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Pepper stands up to talk about the day when, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Can't imagine how you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. Really hope you do. And really, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. That was bizarre. Back to the Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh, well, that truly must be it. No one else will end up. Just like that, here comes Spirit. Everyone sleep well. I did, or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. Unless I was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to my closet, resenting being trapped here all while you're doing so. Guessing Ray has had enough time to work up the courage to speak for the group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Ray. I'll glad the introduction of Busan to our island paradise. And yeah, that was some quotations didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. Placed in an eternal prison of suspicious and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking it. I'm asking question 2. So when will Ray shut up? And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how the yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. You're a power play. Anymore. You're getting good at this game. To like. Maybe didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. I didn't eat either. After breakfast, you head to the top pub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get to there, something catches your attention. Hear that? Why are you addressing me? Well, yeah, I guess that is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these horrifying killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real at all. Yeah, I heard this time. I think it's coming from the behind the pool shed. No, stick it there. A little more. A little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. That feels tense. That feels right. Cool. I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that. Exactly. I had no idea. Oh, whatever they're doing. Free to look. Something so they know you're close by and they can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand sunset lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Come on, a little privacy, please. Why is pending? Claudette had a crazy look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know what? What do you think we were doing? We're doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like a fun? Being two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent. It's fun? We have 5 minutes to ourselves eat every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in the just right place, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Comes to me. Do you actually think we're me and him? What? You don't have to laugh that hard to get it. My life is a nightmare and yet it's so hot. It's never worth it right now. Let's go, lover boy. I know all of our entry wounds in our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck with Sandra. You got it. Hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, let's make sure your ghosts tell us how. It was both tragedy and a comedy. Did the dads from my community wrote this joke? Did you guys do it? Wait, was that you guys? Did you do it on purpose? Seriously? Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieve a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up in the heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? Aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tip, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. It's not a tree at all, it's... Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. About that, so first kind of checking with the group. I don't like it, itchy. Kind of lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermediate fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later in my private stage of the other island, you know, IP Island. If player counts right, I could give you a private show if you're around. The abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And not bad, nothing but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. Don't gotta give him anything. We've been not the best friends. Just because we had that little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that the guy is gone, and we got back to ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope! Another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Who it is this time? Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. To have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings up a bit of welcome darkness to the nightmare. Last of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it. So you don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I'm you'll appreciate it in that way that I do. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. I'll get my father too, and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. She radiates menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she... Well, the entire universe, scary, and more a little hot. Turned on by men. Look, all this time on Warriors, I will have got us both a little confused. I see. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've also seen that your more sensitive side hiding with you. You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go for Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you go out for Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on this island waving against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. Might have been something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off for her goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her secret spot. I see everything through all the holes in this horrible mask. Somehow for stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room in my cabin. Wink, wink. Pretty cute, that Huntress thing she has to say wink, wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one day today, and you also don't want to be hacked into pieces for saying them. Always good to remember that these are colors, which you know what they say. When like 2 lemons, you make lemonade. And then die horrible, raging, rippling death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. For this one, it has really got me tilted. So who will it be? I gotta go with Spirit. You've made the correct decision. Know this, just because you pick me doesn't mean I'm going to slaughter all of the dog on this. First, I still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt literally. Katana that I now wield in spectral form. Because you will heal me by any of natural. Before you ask for that and like to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. Fine for me. You and Spirit arrived at the coast overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but it's still impressive. There's still something magnetic about it. can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. Look Spirit up and down, notice that she's wearing all black, like the lighthouse. A bit of me, is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. Wait, me. Spirit smiles. Spirit absorbs the vacuum. You're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The lapping waves of the shore of the coast had a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere goes blends perfectly with the. She's at one place. She's at one with this place, and so are you. Doesn't last. However, the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. Spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does, Dad! Light and sound recede that two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly, she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. An invitation to go in a little hands-on action. What else could it be? Well, she's dead, so... Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into you. No problem, I figured as much. It turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Need any help reaching those difficult spots? See a hand floating around your back. Sure, why not? Your hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. Watch as Spirit applies sunscreen on herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it. You look on and wonder, not sure exactly what's appropriate to say in this moment. While you're staring at Spirit's back, her head turns around and notices you looking at her. Sorry, is something wrong? We're just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to be horrible.
Potter.
It was worse than death. Mario, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome back. Truth is, I could pull all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Charge is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. That way, that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Shh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. Stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Osaka. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. Love. Where there's a lot to endure alone. I could use a little assistance reaching to my delicate toes with a bit of lotion. Having your body control does a number of rubs the lotion on its skin. Ready! Oh wow. Fuck. Missed completely. Go. Perfect. Perfect! That's so fucking bad. I suppose that the lotion made to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing things just to... If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do better. Look up at the lighthouse, saw me a dark form hovering above this moment between her and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case, it does you a little solid by blurting out a moan and burst of black light that rescues you from its awkward silence. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows itself. Thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these centuries. terror black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, he does that sometimes too. Nah, the sharks would take care of it. Wait a minute, the ocean is quiet again. Where are the waves? Note to self. 3 sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they are, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbow. Only one drawn here today. It's right. He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. It points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams. Okay. Shining its strange light on me, I can't avoid it. There are woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh! It's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washing up the shore that time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, you get my drift. A part of vast an epic river of lies or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics anyhow. Come with me, I can get cut. Your waist katana nearly trimming a couple of buttons off Raid's tropical top. Takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last. Tension broken. Deadly moans quiet. Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. Scooch closer to spirit, breathing and far. Quite clear how that whole scare you. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathings underneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't even see the next interruption. And Claudette and Dwight burst on to interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried about it. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back to the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups before? When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette. Wait a minute, there's no announcement here. But there is a me! Got mud in your ears when I told you to get lost. See? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I got a map back in my secret lair, literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come for the rest of the night with me instead. A secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about secret lair? I said I got sap in my secret hair. There's a flag on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. Trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while? I'm not about to be ditched for the ones like you. It's not messing things up like I keep trying to tell you. It's this dang island. I've come to accept the difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you do is hiding in your spooky little secret lair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and what I can't back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I cannot fight. Even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. I do have a fate. My fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Bolts. Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? Basically cloaking? And we all know cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks. You cloak, I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk in the open. You just can't see me. I have no idea what they're talking about, but this for sure sounds like some video game community forum thread minutia. If there was such a thing that you know about either. It doesn't seem like I'm going to stop you. So, I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that for now. I choose. It comes down to it, neither of these two seem too easy. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken out of her, but she has certain charm to assume. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. Don't I take this the wrong way, Wraith? But the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so pretty. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. Holy shit. No offense taken. Yeah, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm going to stick with Spirit. For your brilliance of sigh of relief. I've got enough revenge to do without having to. Whew, I'm tired. Spirit walks around the corner to show you something that she discovers in this place and knew she was meant to be connected with her cherry tree. Yeah! It's just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off. That's so cute! I love this! They come cascading through the air around the both of you. You know the meaning of cherry blossom? Beautiful, also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distance to be near their vibrant. However, as beautiful as they might be, they are magical. Flowers, they die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature life of our fragile mortality. Yes, it is Spirit. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to the special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that dwelling make you feel inside? Sure. Knowledge that life and death are a cycle that always keeps me quiet. Accepting the fleeting nature of life like the beauty of flower and bloom allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on it. To explain Spirit's face to look sad to you, you're not right. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that make sense? And then it dawns to you, Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth. Her moment of bloom that almost seeing life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part, that's Spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. I just answer from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represent the soul of samurai warriors, those with noble characters, did not fear death. Those who were killed the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Yes! Nice! What is that supposed to mean? Can we talk after stream, please? Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on me in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, and my death continues to stretch on the cycle through. This cherry tree, it's real. Though its petals fall, they soon vanish. It's as if they were installed here by someone. Watch the spirit choose her words carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you're right. Yep. But this time we got a really good reason. And it has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. What do you accuse you of happening, okay? We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. Guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. What a fun day you've been hanging. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just remaining anxious sweat from spending all afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry. I'll keep you dirty little secrets. But enough down the ribbing, it's time to get back to business. And the advertising singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster! Hi, Robert. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gang where we all cram them all screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here and they're just as sexy and demanded as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far, because I'm surprised that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. And heaven knows, they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating too. Lamb shark, rare, salt, peppered, no sauce allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Ray won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. But hey, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but silly power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, it can affect your standing with the group. Okay, but just don't sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Not really a day, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but to be in relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. I didn't have said anything of that or value myself. Bird is clearly happy by the way you portray your date. Surprised she doesn't like it. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a Deary supernatural horror through that an Antarctica. No, a charming parody dating sim set in undisclosed tropical paradise. Bon appetit! What? Now, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. It's impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Is there anything we can do for you? Anything at all? Anything? A manners book, perhaps? It's fine. We're used to this kind of shady treatment on here on Jerk Island. Everyone, if you could please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Please. Did you have a choice on how you say that, dweep? Yes. I immediately regret how I did. Ed, something needs to change around here. Fire's rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul! I hope the fire isn't smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. Fire. I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma and fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. My mouth hurts. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their place, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. We'll narrate your story. Stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply start? Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpectedly happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool, and now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we can play charades. Oh. We were actually thinking, why don't you tell us the story? He points his spine skull, stopping for a little at you. You duck out of its way, you know what that thing can do. Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. You can't tell it? Warm from the fire? It's just your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, trying to burn us all alive. So here, get out of here, Ray. I'm about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Sure, I'm going to tell the story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, what type of story do you want to tell? Why is there not comedy? Adventure. Alright, you like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. My favorite, but I respect your choice only more politely. I have to say that right, just nod politely. You ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. You pause, everyone is waiting with bated breath, no pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story? I barely even thought? My pun was better than this story. You sure that's all you have to say? I was kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? I'll get a little personal now if that's okay. Those types of tales are the best and often the most sad. I have a love story. Is it about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to buckle the same wild Wolverine? Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who ever believed in him witness a display of shocking violence? Not quite. About my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd be dragged there by some friends. Oh. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major women's studies. They were married within 2 months. Bit soon to know if I could trust someone, don't you think? So sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love can spark from a look across the camera. Now you got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. It's quite alarming, actually. Except for Trickster, who has headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I didn't mean to insult you, but it was quite bad. So, sorry, but this narrator keeps it real, which is kind of... Who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? Look from the killers to killer, trying to decide who might be the... I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better. Oh, okay. All good stories. I saw this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. Called the bride. I suppose the fiance. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. They were madly in love. They could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, chic farmhouse. Here they spent months planning the details of the wedding, The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements. They tasted 100 cakes before setting the. They choose Lilikoi, by the way. So fun. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, fiance, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, she wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship. So he's definitely. Having decided on a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she could create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflower that were. As soon as the sun rose on the day of spring, she set off the woods. Each day, she spends hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself in the morning of the wedding, so that they be at the height of their fragrance and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the she survived her fiancé, since they had not yet married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that they could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband to be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar cleaning, something was not as she expected. Sorry. It was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her suddenly spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. And every time she did, she noticed just further ahead and possibly with more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancé crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mostly fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been there before. But this wasn't clearly she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripped, decaying, falling from the stems into festering moldy piles. Where bees had been now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of the flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Friends, family, and love began to look for her, but do not avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed fiancé for eternity, was wandering, looking for fresher blossoms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see what you are loved for, you are out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. It's like someone we know. How was your story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual statement and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and creator. Tell me, Roxandra, if you could delete any secret from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk gets in the way of a romantic twilight moment. But I'm gonna need you to show your yacht. You know what we need to get back to that thing we do whenever I'm on the screen. Okay. Have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. You see the words wink wink out loud. What kind of double entered are you getting at with the end of that thing? Guy is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all these people are despicable killers with double-digit kill counts, right? I'll accept the spirit. She doesn't really care. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash talking spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so we can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk about burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. A side piece to remind of figurative flames as well. What if we turned and ran as far away from this place so we could just you and me? Oh, those spindly legs! You probably tired before you got too far. If it's running away from some place more secluded, Sandra is after. They should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Your power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature. But that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. My own choice, and it's completely. Is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so all over that. Get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell your fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I was sitting in the shade, drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play the game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just by Trapper's insensible appetite? It seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on where our lives are, you know, some special projects we might be going. You heard him. Who will it be? Will you head off with for an evening? Seeing him get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. With this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all wasn't. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Spirit? Oh, you pick me! Yay! Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise villains. Sorry, I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs. Even when I hate the game and the prize, but I have a lot. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, right? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to reality, really know who I am is an impossible task. Don't worth trying. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know rules here any better than you at the bar, I guess. I am so tired. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozer. Who's ready to get wasted? As you know, I don't drink, so not me, unless you mean wasted as in killed, in which case, Dad, if you are out there somewhere, I will find you and waste you for what you've done to me. You don't drink ever? You're like a it will just fall out of a hole through your stomach thing, or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. And why did you use mixology lessons as a romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of day is just an excuse to get loaded up booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person that I've learned anything at any of these things. Right. Now that's not true. You learn how to tie a cherry knot in the stem using only your tongue. Whoa. Who ordered the soda with the splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know I'm drinking. Mixology is a real thing. It doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at the restaurant before I was violently executed. Fire, father, on whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right, well, so be it. How about you, Roxana? What do you drink? Sit up, stay sober. Yeah. Well, with all due respect to Spirit, I don't personally have anything against a little bit of alcohol, and this is a resort, I think. And I'm on vacation, so I guess spring booze. I was afraid you'd see that. You see, if you and Spirit have different dietary restrictions, that means we gotta make 2 different drinks with 2 different set of ingredients. And that's like double the work for the same amount of pay, which is already probably 0 for a job we both hate. What do you say? Would one of you maybe bend your will just to tease you a little bit to make life easier of us? No. Okay, your position is firm. I feel you. Alexandra, be a pal. What do you think? Gotta get this show on the road. You know, I've always found that being in a healthy relationship requires compromise among other qualities. You wink at Dwight as he turns red in the face. Don't get ahead of yourself, Roxanne. This is a mixology session, not a wedding ceremony. It's an activity that you cared enough to invite me to, and I shouldn't show you respect from the beginning. And I should have shown you respect from the beginning. I might be a little bit afraid of you, but I'm not afraid of him. This was one of those times. I was wrong. So if you want a night to remember, you stand and start to do a sexy dance, grabbing a bottle from the bar and rubbing it on your face. You're doing so well. No, this was 2 of those times. I was wrong. If you want to enjoy drinks for their craft and flavor while sitting and calmly relaxing, I'm here for it. So lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Could I know which one is dark and stormy? For my dark and stormy date. Okay, that one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. Hi warrior, how are you? And then fresh ginger beer is added in, garnish with lime wheel, and drink. The end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe? No? Okay. Yes, you got it. You're a natural assassin. Natural. You and Dwight might have more in common then. It seems to be in a lovely mood that she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes with your petty behavior. On cue, a little dark storm begins to make its way from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the cloud approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time to go. Wanna make out a little? Okay! You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Dwight usher the 2 of you away from the bar. God fucking... For fuck's sake! Oh, bro. That was my fucking time. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop here because my face hurts and I honestly did not realize when 1 fucking hour passed, because last time when I looked at how long I've been live for, it was like 3 hours 40 something, and now it's 4 hours 43, and my cheeks literally hurt because I think in the last 2 hours I've been reading a lot. I have been reading a lot. I hope it auto saves. Yeah, 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Yeah, it's fine. Whew. Damn, this is, I don't know if I can say intense. This is interesting. But, hey, look, I am, I think I'm doing great with Spirit, apparently. So, at the moment, at least she is our choice. So, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really, really appreciate it.